Fishermen like John Eats aren't happy with the military's plans to put a training and testing range complex right in the middle of their favorite fishing spot.
You guys are out of hand. You're asking for something that you don't need, and you're ruining our livelihood, potentially, if you wish.
Why do you have to choose places like the southern banks, and you have the entire Pacific Ocean at your disposal to do your testing of all your weapons? Why do you have to choose the place where we fish?
Rob Ross and others attended last night's meeting with the Navy's consultant HDR Environmental to discuss their concerns with the military's decision to choose popular fishing areas for training and testing. HDR Environmental consultant Edward Lynch.
That whiskey area has been around for quite a long time, okay? And the Navy trains within the Marianas Islands Range Complex. Training is directly related to where our forces are, all right? And I'm sure you've heard this more than once, that Guam is the point of the spear.
But it was obvious fishermen weren't taking the bait.
There's no reason for this conflict, and I don't care if you're the point of the spear or whatever the hell you said. It's just asking for something because it's always been there, but it doesn't need to be there. We don't mind if guys go up there and bomb the crap out of Indonesia, but leave the southern banks alone, leave the wedge of the northern banks alone, and we don't care if you take the rest.
The range complex, as currently proposed, would close off 4 shoreline areas and up to 200 miles out into international waters. That's in addition to the 14,000 square miles of the fishing grounds that are already closed off to fishermen. They've asked that officials move the area 30 miles east, away from the shallow points where they currently fish. Retired Army Colonel Dr. Tom Poole says they understand the military's need to train near Guam.
Most of the water around Guam is essentially unfishable. I mean, it's just too deep. And I don't know the math on it, but it's maybe 2 or 3% of the areas around Guam are fishable. And that 2 or 3% is what you choose to make a training area.
Lynch said he couldn't make any promises, but would take the fishermen's proposal to move the training and testing area 30 miles east back to the Navy for their consideration.
I can't sit here and tell you absolutely there won't be a problem with 30 miles, right? We're going to go back and ask that question. I told you I'd be absolutely honest with you that I don't have the answers. I'm here to find out. If 30 miles, is what you guys want me to go ask, then that's what we're going to go ask. Can we move it 30 miles?
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.